Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another tier list on the channel. Today we're doing the 23 MCU movies, which is Marvel Cinematic Universe for you people living under a rock. This is arguably one of the greatest franchises of all time. Maybe the greatest, that's what I meant to say. So the tiers today we've got exceptional, great, good, average, and poo-poo. And the fact that average is near the bottom is because I think that there are more good movies there's more movies that are good to watch than hard to watch, if you know what I mean. Now, obviously, you're not going to agree with me on this. Trust me, you're just not. Because I'm going to put Incredible Hulk in exceptional. It's the best movie out of them all, obviously. Yeah. So, without further ado, pause for effect. So let's get started. First of all, with the movie that kicked it all off, Iron Man. Now, Iron Man, the movie, despite being over 12 years old now, is still such a good movie. I think, had Iron Man flopped, I don't even want to imagine the world that we would live in without this franchise. So, Iron Man, whilst I think it's a really good movie, I do think there are more entertaining ones. And I need to stress that this is not, this tier list will be purely based on my enjoyment levels, not on whether the movies are exceptional. Because there is a movie that I believe a lot of people think is number one that I don't really like that much. So back to Iron Man. I think it's a really good movie. Is it exceptional? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna chuck it in great for now. I might move it up though. Now, next, Iron Man 2. I think pretty universally regarded as the worst Iron Man. It's still not trash. It's not poo-poo, let's put it that way. I'm thinking though, it's just perfectly average movie. And then Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3. Now, it's been a while since I've watched all of these, so you'll have to forgive me if I forget some things. Iron Man 3. With the fake Mandarin, his house blowing up, the PTSD. It's a pretty good movie. But that's just it. It's pretty good. So we've got an Iron Man in all three now. Next up, we've got Ed Norton's Hulk. As I said before, exceptional. Moving on. Oh wait, what's that? Looking at my notes here, it has it in poo-poo. Oh wait, that's not even Mark Ruffalo? Yeah. I'm just pulling your leg. If you don't have a leg, then I'm pulling your arm. If you don't have an arm, I'm joking. Next up we've got Kenneth Branagh's Shakespearean Thor. Now, I think it's a perfectly fine movie. And I think, honestly, it's just gonna go in average. I wouldn't be too upset if I missed watching it, but I still wouldn't. I don't know. It's just an average movie. It's okay. Yeah. Thor: The Dark World, however, still Kenneth Branagh, still Shakespearean. I think it might be the least. I think it might be the public's least favorite movie out of them all. When I watched it in the movies, I didn't think it was that bad. Going back and watching it again, where we put it at? I know where we're putting it. We're putting it poo-poo. I think it's better than Hulk, because last time I watched through, I skipped the Hulk movie. One, because it wasn't on Disney Plus, and two, because, it's the Hulk, and, yeah. Thor Ragnarok, however, got rid of Kenneth Branagh. In came Taika Waititi, the Kiwi. Seriously funny man, that guy. Korg is one of the greatest characters. Now, where do we put this? I'm thinking it's... I think it's just gotta go great, man. Above Iron Man? Wow. Yeah, I'm doing it. What? I don't know what that noise was, but just deal with it. Now, Captain America, the First Avenger, I think this is, you know, the worst one out of the Captain Americas. But I don't think it's a bad movie. So, I think we'll just chuck it in the, there. Captain America, First Avenger. Nah, it's better than these. Yeah, like that. Oh, we've got one of each of the major threes in average. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I think this is widely regarded, at least before Endgame came out, as like the best one. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a perfectly adequate movie. I just don't really get the fuss around it. I kind of get bored in it, to be honest. And I know the Russo brothers like did a good job on it, but I just, you know what I'm trying to say. It's perfectly average, and that's where I'm putting it. I'm gonna get hated on in the comments. However, Civil War, Captain America: Civil War, is my personal favorite Captain America movie, which means that it's gonna be at least as good. I just like how it's basically Avengers 2.5. Like, you could almost have called it Avengers and chucked it there. But, alas, they didn't. They called it Captain America. Even though he's barely the main character in that movie. I like how it introduces Black Panther and my favourite superhero of all time, Spider-Man. So, Captain America: Civil War. Exceptional. Oh my god, it's happened. It's happened, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, now, at one stage, this movie was there was nothing like it. Avengers, the first one, like back in what, 2012, I want to say, 2011 maybe? Such a good movie. I remember, right, it was out at the movies, and I was like, no, we should go watch Battleship instead. What a stupid kid I was. Now, Avengers. It's my mum's favourite movie. She did this tier list just before I did, and it was the only one that made it into exceptional for her. Now, I think we're just gonna chuck it in good. Above Iron Man 3, but good. It's a perfectly good movie. Avengers: Age of Ultron, however, is rather not as good. Introducing who we've got: Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, RIP. In it, Ultron and Vision. I mean, it was a pretty large movie, to be honest, but yeah, there's only really one place I can go, and it's poo-poo. Whoa, sorry, one second, guys. Poo-poo. Maybe we'll add a space, too. Yeah, poo-poo. Now, Avengers: Infinity War. This movie, I love this movie, by the way. This movie is potentially, actually no, I made a list the other day. This movie, Avengers: Infinity War, is my favourite movie of all time. So, obviously then, it has to be the top of any tier list I ever put it in. Favourite movie of all time. Surprising? I think Infinity War's better than Endgame, to be honest. But, speaking of Endgame, it just builds on Infinity War and does some weird stuff that I can't get my head around, like time travel. I'm just not smart enough for that kind of stuff. Endgame. I remember when it came out. I was in Europe, and I wasn't getting over in like another week. Some of the boys on the trip, they pirated it and watched it on an iPad, and I was like, come on, surely you've got to watch the movies. But I'm rambling. Endgame, exceptional. Like, say what you want about it. It can get a bit boring in parts, but it's really an exceptional movie. Next, we've got the joke, essentially. The joke 2. Ant-Man. Ant-Man, man. Ant-Man is one of the 3 Marvel movies I actually have on disc. Along with Captain America 2 and Iron Man 3. But Ant-Man, it's just there. It's just good. Introducing us to the main villain. The main character, who then appears in a couple more. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think, is actually worse than Ant-Man. And I mean, like, I want to like these movies because they're a bit of fun. And Carlos Pena is a really good actor. And I like Paul Rudd, but they don't really fit the vibe, if you know what I mean. So I think it'll just chuck middle average. Yeah, like that. Yeah, okay. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy. This movie is amazing. It's probably not exceptional level, but it is really good. Introducing us to the five characters which they aren't very big in the comics. Well, they weren't. And now they're household names. Think about it, right? They're just weebs. They're actual weebs. They're like anime. And that's just, I don't know how it worked. I'm glad that James Gunn decided to add humour to it, because if there was no humour in it, then I think it would have been probably about here. But, because there is humour in it, I think it has to go there, maybe? Bottom of great right now. And the second one, built on the first one, and arguably was worse. The first one was just too good, and the second one was just, yeah, that's actually pretty accurate from me, thanks. Good job, Oliver. Now, the second one, they fight a bloody planet, and they win. But Baby Groot is very good, and I think Baby Groot will put it there. No, there. Yeah, okay. Now, Black Panther. First of all, let's just take a moment to remember Chadwick Boseman for the incredible actor that he is. Okay, moment taken. Now, this movie. First hero to be... I don't want to say the first black hero, because we had Nick Fury, but he didn't know his... So the first movie that was focused solely on, like, a black cast. I think it's a really good movie. I know it's either, like, you really love it or you really hate it, but I don't like him that much. It's a really good movie, though. It's just gonna go there. Captain Marvel, my dad's favourite movie in the MCU. Now, watched it at the movies, it was perfectly adequate. To be honest, nothing really to write home about. Not in Poo-Poo. Just, yeah, those three in Poo-Poo are just like, they're Poo-Poo. But Captain Marvel, first female solo movie, until Black Widow later. I just don't really like Brie Larson. She just annoys me. I think we're just gonna chuck it here. Maybe there even. No, we'll stick it there, yeah. Doctor Strange, for quite a while, Doctor Strange was my favourite. Like, in terms of personal enjoyment, not actually the actual movie itself. I think Benedict Cumberbatch does a very good job in the role. It's almost like he was born to play it, just like Downey Jr. as Iron Man. So, Doctor Strange, I've watched it maybe 4 times. I don't think I can give it more than great at this point in time. Oh my god, excuse me. There? Yeah, in between Guardians of Black Panther. Now, the 2 Spider-Mans now. The last 2. Spider-Man Homecoming. Incredible. There is a very good Spider-Man. I think he's the best Spider-Man actor so far. He's better than Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, at least. I think we had the best love interest in Liz. I think we've had a really good villain in Vulture. But I don't know, there's just something about it that I really like. And we're gonna chuck it in the end of great. And Spider-Man Far From Home, I must admit, I am a tad biased on this one, as I had been to Europe about 5 months before it came out, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, I'm a tad biased on this. Now, I really like Mysterio in this film. He's a very compelling villain. Slightly sadistic. But yeah, he's just a really good villain. Now, a large part of me wants to chuck in an exceptional. But that, controversial, and see, if I chucked it here, that'd be nice and symmetrical. But I'm thinking it goes there. No, there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Marvel Cinematic Universe tier list by yours truly, Project Amloth, the god himself. Disagree? Which I almost guarantee that you do. Leave me a comment and maybe you'll be lucky enough and get a response. Probably not from me. I can't be bothered. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, this was fun to do, and I thoroughly reckon that anyone, if they enjoy anything, and it's got quite a few things in it, should just make a tier list on it. They're really fun and interesting to come up with, and yeah, I'm now rambling again. So, I just want to thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later.